What is going on, everybody? And welcome back to another great, epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. Guys, we are talking Anora. Spoilers review, non-spoilers review, a little bit of both. Guys, want to let you know, we probably are going to spoil this episode of Just My Opinion. This review, up, down, left, right, in, and out, as if you've already seen the film. That is your warning, okay? So go see the film. It's interesting. We wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't. Actually, no, we talk about bad movies over here. But make sure you subscribe and all that good stuff. Pretty sure me and my guests are going to have some lovely, lovely, lovely commentary for you. Can't wait to get into it with them. Like I said, I got my guest over here, Mr. One Take Big Dog. How you doing, sir? Let the people know how you doing. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I think me and you. I think whenever I knew you was doing the Oscar reviews, I told you to lock me down for this one because I was excited to talk about this. So yeah.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see why. I can't wait. But before that, guys, if you this one take Big Dog, I'm be Avery. If you love what we have to say, you love our energy, follow us on social media. Our handles on the screen. One Takes info is in the description box of this video, and follow his TikTok. He is on his way to 1 million followers. I'm pretty sure he would appreciate that. And also check out the other films on my channel for all the Oscar coverage that we got going on as well. One take, I have to know, man. Actually, before I ask you that question, I gotta give you some praise, some flowers over here. Oh, I got the wrong screen up. My bad. You know what I like about you and your taste and entertainment? It is very vast. Like your scope of television and films is wider than the damn universe, all 13.8 billion light years. You know what I'm saying? You like everything. I mean, goodness gracious. And I gotta know, and you know, I mean, we like a lot of the same stuff, and some of the stuff we part ways. But I gotta know, from what I know about you, why in the world did you want to pick this movie out of all the movies to talk about? Because that's the only reason I seen it. I was gonna skip it. I was gonna be like, you know what? I can't see all the movies. You know, I'll probably let this one pass. You know, I'm only going to pick a select few. But I only saw this because of you. So I want to know what made you choose this one, sir.
Because for me, I was happy it got nominated for an Oscar. I know it was getting a lot of praise and everything from people. But to me, it was just a movie that didn't take itself too serious. Like, Pretty Woman is actually one of my favorite movies. I love rom-coms. It's one of my favorites. Though, so this felt like a modern day version of that, and like how it would be in today's age. Also, it was hilarious. I love the directing from it. I love some of that. I ain't gonna say I love. I ain't gonna say I love all the acting, but some of it was just like spot on, and some of the dialogue was super crisp, and like so. I love chaotic. I love the chaoticness of the film because sometimes it was just a whole bunch of stuff going on, and when I watched it, I was just like, man, I'm having a really good time. That was my biggest thing. I'm like, man, I'm having a really good time. I don't have to turn my brain off to have a good time. I don't have to overanalyze anything to have a good time. I just was watching. I'm just like, man, this is what I come to the movies for. Just to be thrust in somebody else's life and whatever nonsense they got going. And I enjoyed everything else. Listen, another thing, your boy loves strippers. I love them strippers, okay? You know what I'm saying? I done been to strip club all over the world at this point, so it's just funny seeing how other people interact.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I can't knock it. I can't knock it. So yeah, I just was like, me and another friend of mine saw it. He has some strong opinions, and I'm just like, I wonder what B think. I thought you had already saw it when I told you I wanted to review it. So yeah, I just wanted to know your thoughts as well.
All right, I love it, man. I love the passion behind everything you said. One of the things you mentioned is you like the directing. It is being directed by Mr. Sean Baker. I've never heard of this gentleman before. This is what he looks like. Graduated from NYU. If we scroll down and look at his filmography, 15 directing credits, including Anora, Taco Bell, Fire Again, Red Rocket, Kahit, FW21. I haven't seen or heard of any of these. If you have, let me know, or if you're watching, let us know in the comment section. As far as everything that is being nominated for Best Motion Picture, Best Achievement in Directing, Best Actress in a Leading Role, who is going to Mickey Madison, who we will talk about in just a second. Also, Best Performance in a Supporting Role, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Achievement in Film Editing. I will go and say, I think it's a nice contender right here for a Best Original Screenplay. And after seeing the film recently, I would say that it's deserving of all these nominations right here. I thoroughly enjoyed the film as well. But it really kicked off for me when I got to The Parents' House. But before we get into all the nitty gritty and all of the likes and dislikes, if any at all, I just want to make sure that everybody's on the same page and understands what movie this is. This is called Anora. It was nominated for all the things that we just went over. 2 hours and 19 minutes, rated R. And it is a raunchy comedy, romantic comedy, steamy romance, comedy, drama, and all of those things. A young escort who, by the name of Anora, or Annie, played by Mickey Madison, meets a young escort from Brooklyn meets and impulsively marries the son of a Russian oligarch. Once the news reaches Russia, her fairy tale is threatened as his parents set out for New York to get the marriage annulled. Now, that definitely does sound like it could be your average Jennifer Lopez romantic comedy. And there's nothing wrong with that because I enjoy Jennifer Lopez for the most part, but this is a hard R version of that. I don't want to say NC-17, but they're not holding back on the sex and the strippers and all of the naughty things that goes on behind closed doors. This is not my type of film, man, but I again was thoroughly entertained by this. This was just a hot, greasy, steamy mess of joy for me. And I was laughing my ass off as well as just all the chaotic nature that was going on in this film. But besides that, going back to the directing, I did like as well. There were a lot of long takes in this film with the camera when they were in the strip club, when they was in the restaurant looking for Yvonne towards the end. And I forgot the character's name. He was telling the hostess, "Hey, you look like a model," or something like that. When they was pulling him out the back, just the way that the camera was following. Just things like that may not catch the eye of the average person, or many people may not care about that stuff, but I do. And it really does put me in the environment, in the scene. It makes me feel like I'm there. And I don't want to say, I can relate to the characters because I can't relate to any characters in this film at all, But I did feel all the frustrations that was going through. What was his name? Torres? I don't think his name was Torres. Let me try to find his name. Not Igor. He had the tan jacket, the tan trench coat. Toros. He was hilarious, bro. Oh my gosh. When he was on his way, "I will be there in 10 minutes. Don't let them leave. I cannot believe you married this whore. I'm a whore. F you, F you." They screaming and cussing at each other on speakerphone, bro. I'm laughing my ass off, man. I'm like, this is just silly. This is this is silly. Like, I'm thinking to myself, how do we end up here? It's just when the very beginning of the movie started off, I read the synopsis, the plot, to know what it was about, but at the same time, it just wasn't clicking for me. I was saying to myself, okay, we following the stripper, there's titties everywhere. Why is she so important? Why are we following her story? And then when Yuri came and they started, sizing each other up, I was like, oh, okay, he is the Russian guy that they're going to marry. And the guy is so flamboyant and just all over the place, like a virgin that never had none. He doing backflips on the bed, And hey, I'm not finna pretend like I ain't never been excited before, but it was still just funny to look at, you know what I'm saying? Just like and she is just a straight professional, man. And then it's just a snowball effect into a bunch of BS. They going from, I don't know, man. I like movies to where I have no idea where they're going, but it still takes me on a nice adventure. And I got that, man. It's just like I was very surprised by this, man, and I'm happy with what I got. I mean,
Yeah.
you jump in there, man. I feel like I've been talking ad
No,
nauseum
it's all
here.
good because I'll echo a lot of those sentiments. Even going back to Toros, when he got a text message like they got married, and he looked at his phone literally while his kid get baptized, like, oh God. I said, like, yo, I said, he leaves in the middle of these
Yeah,
people
that is
baptism.
crazy.
He's in charge of it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what? Like,
yeah,
I'm the parents. I'm hot. I gotta
yeah,
steal him. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And then the whole scene, like you said, and that's why I say I like the directing and the fact that the director really knew how to let the actors cook. But that's directing, that's acting, and that's also editing. Because that scene in that house is probably one of my favorite scenes of last year because it's like it just kept going and going and going. Like when Igor had a pin down, he's like, "What are you doing?"
yeah. How did this
Like a
happen? Like,
little
where?
girl. It's like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no. Then they like the other time, like, no, please don't. Like
You don't understand?
every
Yeah,
single thing.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Toro's just on the phone. What is happening? Did you kill her? Did you know? It's just all
Right.
going bad.
Yeah, yeah,
And
man.
it's like it's so crazy that at no point she just like, maybe I should call the police. Maybe I should get away from them. She stayed with them the entire time, and they
Mm,
just kept having crazy dialogue from the house to the car. Or the car tried almost got towed. He making them get in there, where they go
yeah,
see her other friends mess up the shop. It's just I'm just like they are not stopping. And then the great thing, because it's just it's so much because it's a while before we even get to that part. We just at first we
yeah,
just watching him with this escort. Just you can tell he a person who his parents let him out and he just wilding. He got
yeah,
some money. He just wilding, doing whatever he want. He kid from Russia. He's in America. I want to experience America. I want to do
yeah,
all the crazy things. And she just like, all right, I'm with it. But she's very, very professional. She's just
yeah,
like, all right, well, yeah, we can keep doing this. As long as you got my money. Because
yeah.
every time, as long as you got my money,
Right,
as
right.
long as you got, like, she didn't, it wasn't like she needed to manipulate him or anything. He
She
just
was straight
was,
up. She was straight
he
up
was
with
just
it.
a, yeah, he was a
Yeah,
dog chasing cars, man. He was
yeah,
just having fun. And she's
yeah,
just like, all right, I'm along for the ride. It is what
yeah,
it is.
yeah,
And the moment that about to get snatched away from her, she's like, "No, I'm gonna fight for this
yeah,
however I can. I gotta
yeah,
convince him because that's my only way I keep this. I gotta convince him like you're a man. All the while he's just a boy who's having fun.
right.
Nothing serious. He does not responsible whatsoever. But it doesn't matter to her because he's her ticket out of this.
Yeah,
Like for somebody to pick you up, like you were having to work in this club all the time. Now you meet somebody who takes all that away from you. He gave her 15,000 just to spend a week with her.
crazy,
Pretty sure she
crazy.
didn't have to spend none of that money because
Yeah,
he was buying everything.
yeah,
He bought her a 4-carat ring. I
yeah,
don't know how much that's worth, but knowing him, it's probably 20 G's and up.
yeah,
Like she's buying mink coats,
yeah,
like expensive. So like, no, I'm not gonna get this up without a fight. I don't care who come here. But she just know how to talk. She's like I'm saying, she's really good at her job. Like she
yeah,
knows how to talk. Even when the parents came through, she was trying to like, me and Yvonne, we're in love. Just hope that you'll accept this marriage. The moms ain't going.
yeah,
The mom
yeah.
ain't going like, man, get this hoe out my face.
Right, right, right.
Get out my face
I thought
right
she was gonna
now.
swing on her too. I was
I
gonna
did
laugh
too.
at that. I kind of wanted that
I
to
did
happen.
too.
Yeah, yeah, that would have been funny.
Yeah, like
But,
it's just so much. It's just an enjoyable film, and yes, it is raunchy, but to me, it wasn't distasteful though. Like you
yeah,
can have raunchy to where it's. Let me say, film. I think it's not a film I would recommend anybody. With Sydney Sweeney called the Voyeurs or something like that. That film was kind of distasteful because it kind of feel like they just, honestly, in my opinion, I feel like they just used Sidney Sweeney to get naked just in the film, just because. But this is like, it's what happens. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just what happens in these type of relationships. They showed it. They never lingered on it too much, in my opinion. They have sex. You see her later with him. She asks for some money, or he get her something. That's pretty. It was all transactional. We knew that's what it was. So
Yeah.
that part,
Yeah.
I feel like it worked for me. It probably won't work for everybody, but for me, I was like, all right, I understand. You know what I'm saying? They grown.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
It was very unapologetic. I'm thinking towards the beginning of the movie where before he proposed, it was before he made the proposal of the week. She was just dancing, on the ground, had her ass cheeks clapping. And they did linger on that a little bit, but I was just looking at, okay, they're just really giving you a full invitation of this lifestyle on both ends, because I mean, I've been to a strip club before many nights ago, but never seen it, in this light, of the follow up, to where you exchange the numbers with the person and y'all still kicking it the next day. Of course, I've definitely never experienced it, kicking it with a stripper for a week or getting married to them. But you got this look on your face like, what the hell you talking about, B?
No, because I have. Like,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of, to me, it's not, obviously, it's not what I go to a strip club for. I just kind of like go,
We
like, I
yeah,
just, strip club have the best music. But, like,
and
yeah.
I
You
got
know
you.
what I'm saying? But there's
I
times,
got you.
there's times it's just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Woo, what's that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, it never, like I said, it never went to that point to where I'm getting married to stripper, or
Yeah,
even like,
right,
hey,
right,
I
right.
want to see you again.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I don't find you as a male to actually think that your strippers like you. I would be very
No,
disappointed.
no, no,
Right.
no, no.
I'm being funny. That's obvious. I would be very disappointed in you if that was the case. But going back to the director, man, and you say that he let them cook. He had to have let them cook, bro. There's a lot of scenes in this. It couldn't have been rehearsed because it was just that good. Like when they went to finally go find him at the strip club, and then the other
Yeah.
jealous chick was there too. They had him in the back, but when they came in the room, she still stayed in there. She was like, "Well, get out my private room, bitch," and all that. Man, bro, I'm confident that was all 100% just freestyle. Y'all just do it. Just act
Yes.
stupid and crazy and ratchet. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't. It just wasn't. I'm convinced that it wasn't. Same thing with I even was laughing. Why didn't you roll down the effing window when he was throwing up in the car? Like he threw up for 10 minutes. I'm like, man, if you don't lean over, and it's just like dumb shit like that, bro. Like okay, they already going through so much, but let's have them randomly throw up in the car. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's just adding on to the ridiculousness and the chaos. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the talents, actors, actresses came up with that idea. This was just like all over the place. It was like sloppy organization.
Yes.
Like
Yes. And that's why I say I went to, like, I talk about like the editing. It's like, man, it was genius how they put this together. Because
yeah,
even scenes with like Anora and Igor, like if you like go back and look like when they very first meet, into everything, every other like thing they had in between that, where they was at the restaurant and when she asked for some food, or when they was walking and she was cold, or when the mother was talking to Nora disrespectful. You just always look at Igor just in the back like, what are you dealing with this? Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I get when you like this is your way out and you feel like, bro, you like really taking like some abuse, it's like he kind of like, damn, I wish you kind of would see yourself for more than that. Obviously, he don't really know her, but he just like, to me, it's a part of me feel like he felt sorry for her. Like, you really put yourself through all of this because what? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because
I
you know
feel
what I'm
you.
saying? Because he could have kept that ring.
Yeah.
He could, like, he already said, like, that's his grandma's career. He just chilling, like, he could have kept that ring. He had his birthday. He didn't get to celebrate his birthday. None of
Yeah.
that.
That
You know what I'm saying?
sucks.
But he just like, hey, don't make a way for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
kind of just like, don't make a way for yourself. And then, can we talk about the ending?
Yeah.
The last scene?
I was just about to ask you your thoughts on the ending.
Because the first time I watched it, I was just kind of like, this is weird. But then today, as I watched it, I just was going back, just looking at all those scenes in which, like, the way he looked at her, and then because even in that moment where he gave her the ring, and then she shut the door, obviously climbs on top of him, started riding him, and he's just, to me, it was hard for him to turn it down, but at the same time, everything she's got has been so transactional. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Every time somebody gives her something, she has to give her body in return. And I think at one point, now one thing escorts don't do, they don't kiss.
Yeah.
Escorts do, like, because that's like, they'll do whatever, they'll do all the freaky stuff to you. They don't kiss though. And so the moment when, like, you saw his hand shake, I don't think he was, you know what I'm saying, what's the name? But I think he was trying to kiss her, and she was like holding back, and then that's when she started hitting it. And I think he just like, damn. I think both of them kind of realized, he's in his mind, he kind of like, I just pretty much did what everybody else has done to her. Like, let me just hold her. Like, we don't have to do nothing. And she kind of like at that point, like, I do think it hit her like, damn, this is my life. Now, I think I've talked to a couple, strippers, escorts, or whatever. That's not, I mean, that's a thought that happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? They're like, damn, what am I doing? How did I end up in this position? But that was the moment for her where it's just like, what is this? Like, I can't even, because I thought she might have actually, like, felt something, but given her profession and what she's, like, trained herself to do, to be, she couldn't get past that barrier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Like, as
think
you
that's
said,
yeah.
they never kissed throughout. But
I think
it's
that's
like,
why she kind of broke down at the end. You can correct me if I'm
yeah,
wrong, because the whole movie it really seemed like she enjoyed her profession. Like she didn't want to get out. She didn't want to be saved.
yeah,
But towards the end, like she just didn't like what she was doing anymore and broke. Um, I guess maybe because she had a real emotional connection with Igor. I don't know, but I think the truth was revealed in that final act, that final scene right there when she broke down emotionally. What you think about that?
hmm
Yeah.
yeah. Because I think at some point, it's kind of gonna be like, well, damn, this gonna be it forever. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And like,
Yeah.
how do I how do I know if something's real or if it's just no? Because that's a tough ass situation for her to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if she actually did like him, but at the same time, she's giving up her body because he did just give her something. Though. He might
Right.
just be giving her tools just because, like I said, he just wanted
Yeah.
to look out for her. Like, hey man,
She probably
get
felt
yourself together.
obligated or
You know
like,
what I'm saying?
oh, he gave me something, so I have to give him my body.
Yes.
Like this is how it's
Yes.
supposed to be. People don't just give me stuff out the kindness of their heart. They must want
Mm-hmm.
something. You know, that's
Mm-hmm.
really sad,
And
man.
I can be totally misreading that situation, but I think it's just what I took from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my only criticism, I just thought it was a little long. I don't think it needed
Yes.
to be 2 hours and 19 minutes. They could have shaved some time off, especially the ending. But I still enjoyed it, man.
I
So what?
think I'm with you because when I rewatched it today, I'm like 219.
Yeah,
Damn, I'm like that long.
it should have been a
So
good
like when I
hour
saw it just
45
like,
tops. Yeah,
huh?
so it should have been an hour 45 tops.
Yeah, like or barely pushes two. I'm just like
Yeah,
this, and I get it. Like some of the scenes, I'm kind of like some of the stuff. There are scenes I definitely like. Oh, you could have cut that. We didn't need
yeah,
that.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we got the point across. You know what I'm saying? Pretty. I think, but like I said, I think it's just times where they just like certain scenes were so good because like them in the car or them in the house, they just like I know they got in the editing room like, man, we keeping all this.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
we
It's
keep
stupid.
keeping all this, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm sorry.
What are your
That's how you know what I'm saying, it ended up being, but like 219 definitely it was too
yeah, it's
long.
too long. What are your final thoughts, sir?
Uh so anybody, if you watch this review and haven't seen it, I hope we've motivated you to go see it. Um this is like I said, this is one of my favorite movies of last year. I really enjoyed it. I thought it's hilarious, super entertaining, and bring a lot of thoughts for people who are considering going to the strip club and meeting a stripper. They don't want you,
Already.
people. They
Yeah,
just want your money.
this is true.
It's not. I don't know what. I hope it went maybe best editing. Don't think it really has a chance for best picture, even though it has won I think like 94 awards already, and this was like I think I looked at that number like maybe 2 weeks ago. So I hope it wins something. But it's a pretty tough crowd out there this year. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So.
this is true. I echo everything you said, man. I really enjoyed it. And so, I mean, it's not for everybody, but if you're curious, check it out. I don't think you will be disappointed. But guys, that is going to wrap it up for our movie review for Anora. And like I said, it was nominated for all these things right here. And so pretty good. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Also, check out Mr. One Tay Big Dog on TikTok. I'm pretty sure he would appreciate that. And also subscribe to my channel as well. And I'll have some more Oscar-worthy films uploaded at the time you see this video too. So check those out. But guys, again, we just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you don't forget, that I'm B. Avery. That's One Take, and that's just our opinion. Peace out. And we'll see you next time.